What is up, you guys? It's HTJ Halloween, and today I am back to discuss this recently, 2 weeks ago, released Spirit Halloween sneak peek called Halfway to Halloween. It didn't show us much, but there's definitely some stuff to break down, and I know it's been overdue for me to discuss this. Now, I have been busy with schoolwork, but the school year has just come to an end, and let me tell you guys, I have already made plans to be uploading daily for you guys from here on out. So hopefully I can keep up with that promise. But if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned because I'm gonna be uploading a lot of content for you guys. Just stuff that I already have, props that I already have, prop battles, prop reviews, demos of older props. Honestly, just let me know whatever you guys want to see. I can do like theme reviews, all sorts of different things that will be coming to the channel this summer, so stay tuned. But without further ado, we have the Spirit Halloween Halfway to Halloween teaser that was released 2 weeks ago, back when we were exactly halfway to Halloween 2022. I know, it's crazy to believe. It feels like we just had Halloween 2021. But what that means that we are very close to the sneak peek season. Now, last year was a really messed up sneak peek season, a lot due to the supply shortages. They didn't actually have a lot of the props in to film the sneak peeks, I think. And so we really didn't get a sneak peek season. So I'm very curious to see what is going to be happening with this year. Are we going to be getting our usual releases in, every 3 days in July, or are we not going to get anything until the very end? Well, we'll have to see, but luckily we have gotten off to a good start with this interesting video here. It takes place inside what looks to be an abandoned schoolhouse. We see journals on the ground, which is very indicative of it being a school. There's actually a little rocking horse to the side, and it's likely going to be a set for some of the films that they do this year. They've had teasers in the past that are completely unrelated locations, but a lot of times when they do these initial teasers, the set has already been set up for where they are filming some of the props, and so that is why I know a lot of people are thinking that there could be some sort of laboratory or school theming going on with this season. Now, I don't think that's necessarily indicative of the props that we're going to see, but I do think that it's likely that we're going to be seeing a theme that is a school or potentially a laboratory, because I know that we have had some settings that they do that relates to the theming as far as in the videos and then in the themes in the stores. Sometimes those do kind of correspond, typically, not always. So let's take a closer look at some of the specific images that we see in this video. Number one that I've been seeing a lot of people talk about is this knife. We see it in the bottom right corner of the screen in the beginning moments of the video. I know it looks a lot like a Chucky knife, but really people aren't super sure what this knife could be. It could be a knife that actually goes to a prop that we're seeing in this setting, or it could just be a background thing. However, I'm pretty sure that this knife is probably going to be a part of some sort of prop. I mean, it looks like a plastic knife floating in the air, so something has to be holding it. It doesn't really look like a normal part of the set. So I'm assuming that we're going to have some sort of maybe roaming prop in this setting that's holding that knife. Now, we also do get an up-close look of this chalkboard, once again, which kind of is indicative of this school theme. We see a lot of random mathematical equations drawn on there. There's a skeleton hand that's pointing to, I think, a smaller skeleton hand. I don't know if that's all just kind of randomness, but one thing a lot of people have noted is the glass beaker or test tube thing that we see over there on the left. That is definitely giving very much Mad Scientist, and it definitely corresponds a lot to a prop that we saw earlier released by Spirit Halloween in the year called Dr. Illume. It's one that I haven't yet talked about because it's pretty much just an online only, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that. So a lot of people are speculating, is this kind of indicative of the laboratory theme? Is Dr. Illume going to be featured in the laboratory theme? Because it definitely looks like the beaker that he's holding in his hand. But I would probably say I don't necessarily think this is a for sure, because Dr. Illume has that 07 as part of his item number, and he definitely is an online only. I don't think they would switch him from online only to in-store. Also, they wouldn't have released him so early if he was going to be in stores. So it wouldn't really make much sense to me for them to release this prop that is very much would fit with the laboratory theme, and then for them to not include him in the store. So that is actually kind of making me speculate if we're even going to get this laboratory theme, or if it's just something random that they drew on this school board thing. But regardless, I would really love to see a laboratory. I would just also think that Dr. Illume would have been included in the lineup. Now, throughout the whole video, it is kind of taken the form of a camcorder recording, and we do see a date and time up at the top. And at the very end, I'm sure you guys probably have already picked up that the time stamp does stop at 07/30/22. So obviously that's indicating July 30th of 2022. So that date is likely maybe the opening date for Flagship. It wouldn't seem to be the date where the sneak peeks would start, because the sneak peeks would usually start at the beginning of July, because that's what my head initially went to, was like they're probably putting the date where the sneak peeks start. It could also maybe be the date where everything is released on the website. I know sometimes they like to make that date into a big thing. So I don't know, guys. I think it's probably either that or the opening date of Flagship. But either way, we do have this date of July 30th, 2022, which is coming sooner than later. So anyways, guys, I am super duper excited for Spirit Halloween 2022. They have gotten all of our imaginations running with this recent sneak peek. They didn't give us much, but they certainly got us thinking. And I'm really hopeful, honestly, that they do go for a school theme or laboratory theme, which are kind of the two things that the community is leaning towards at this point, because I think those could be so awesome and they're long overdue themes. But in my personal opinion, I think the more likely route for them to go is the school theme. I think that the laboratory could just be kind of a red herring of the beaker in the image. I don't necessarily think that that has to mean anything, but it could. But as far as a school theme, we definitely are seeing this school. Now, yet again, they did do it with the Boogeyman back in 2016. They kind of sneak peeked his initial video, and he took place in a school, which was kind of random, had nothing to do with anything. But I feel like in more recent years, they've started to kind of have the backdrop of it mean something sometimes, but honestly, it really just depends. But yes, I really do hope that they go for a school theme, because I think that could be so awesome. They could put the zombie babies in there. It could be sick as hell, so I really, really hope that that actually is what this is indicative of, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Please let me know your thoughts on Spirit Halloween 2022 down in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and I will be back for daily uploads, so stay tuned and stay subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one.